All right, put the glasses on so we know this is serious time. Have my fidget. We're good to go. Yo everyone, so making this video for myself as well as some people who I know need to hear the message and to just put it out there so it's more real. But dance class is not your dance. Boom, mic drop. All right, good talk. What I mean by this is we have this like strange culture when it comes to learning dance, especially in like the choreography scene, where we were so like focused on the aspect of performance. We're so focused on like the execution that we very often forget that a class is supposed to be a class. It's supposed to be a learning environment. It's supposed to be where I'm going here to pick up certain things. Like this is an exchange. It's not just like, oh, I get to go do this cool choreographer's choreography. It can be that if you wanted to. It can just be like a session where it's like I get to just go practice my dancing. But very often like the classes are organized so that you go into a class, teacher has dope moves and a list. All these moves put together on a certain time, you make a choreography. Teacher gives you the dope list, and then you do the dope list at the end of class. And then that's the class. But then we get so focused on doing the dope list that we don't pay attention to any single thing on that list. We forget like move A, move B. We forget like the things that tied move A into move W. Like all those tiny little things get very lost in translation. I've definitely noticed that, especially when people are so focused on like their main thing they want to get better at is retention. Retention is everything. It's never like I want to get my concepts more clear. I want to be able to individualize myself more when I dance. It's like I want to be able to retain so that I can do it at the end of class. I want to be able to retain so that I can remember it, so I can be able to regurgitate everything that I just learned in the past hour and a half in these last 30 seconds of class, you know. It feels so strange, especially as dancers, when like our art is supposed to be extremely social, it's supposed to be extremely individualized, to have like so much of the culture dominated by this feeling. So for example, okay, let's say that I am an art teacher, okay? You come into my class, I have a painting that is fantabulous. It is a painting of a jungle and a sunset. There's trees and shit and lions doing backflips, okay? Shit's dope. You want to learn how to paint that. So you come on into my class and I say, okay, get out a blank canvas. You're going to take some orange and you're going to make 4 lines vertical here. Then you're going to dip like your paintbrush in some water. Then you're going to scribble on those lines or whatnot. Eventually we turn it into a replication of the painting that I just made. Yours may look a little different. Maybe you fucked up on the whole like tree line and the lion is not doing a backflip. He's doing like a cartwheel. That's chill. You know, like it can be individualized and it can be different. But if you came to my class and you were trying to learn how to paint my painting and I, you know, went through all the steps of doing it, when you leave, you're not gonna really be upset that your painting looks different than mine because you're the one who did it. The main thing you came there for was to learn all the things that I did to make this dope painting. Like knowing how long the vertical lines are, knowing how much water to put on my paintbrush, knowing like, you know, how the colors contrast and all that kind of stuff to make it look more real, to make it look more vibrant and stuff. That's what you actually care about because that's what you take with you. You might also take that painting you made, but you can't really do anything with it outside of use it to practice. And it's the same thing when we go to a choreography class. You know, you're going there and I'm giving you this stuff. You do it the way that you do it. But then we put so much focus on making it exactly the same as someone else because we're like so focused on that end result of like having a cool video where everyone looks like in sync and all that kind of stuff and doing the things exactly the same as a choreographer because that's typically how like, you know, the big jobs end up looking where, you know, there's big group of dancers all doing movements the exact same and like that's awesome. That is awesome to be able to do that. But then especially when we're learning, when you are in a class setting, not in a performance audition setting, it is okay to look like you. It is okay to take individual things and get better at those. And same thing for teachers. It is okay to like teach a class and have specific focuses. I don't think it's always gonna be on the student to decide, I want to come here to get better at this. and the teacher is kind of just like, I have these cool moves. If you keep doing my cool moves, then you'll get better at it. Like, if I go to a biology class, I feel like the teacher's going to teach me some biology, you know? I'm going to go there and they're going to be like, okay, chapter 1 is like cell division, chapter 2 is like cell specific organs, the mitochondria, all that good stuff, right? They're going to have specific things they break down, they get you to an overall goal. But then when we go to like a choreography class, it's kind of just like the overall goal. The only differences we get is like how hard it is. Like, I'm not going to go to college expecting to learn, and the only explanation of my class is, this is beginner class, this is middle class, and this is professional class. Don't know what topic it's going to be on. Don't know what chapter of the book we're going to be like quizzing you on or like going over. Just know that this is a level 500 class, and then this is a level 100 class. That's all you need to know. Come to my class. That's not how we learn anything. So it is very strange to me that that is how we learn an art style. So with all that aside, coming back to the aspect of dance, your dance not being dance classes. That is because dance classes, you go there to learn things, but your art style stays with you permanently. How you do in a class is going to be how you did in that class. But my expression, my individuality, my way to use this language that we call dance, my way to use all these different dialects and all these different skills and all these different foundations and everything, the way that I use that is always going to be with me. So even if I do poorly in a dance class by the standards that like I was given or the ones that I set for myself, my dance is always still with me, and I'm going to be the best person to ever do my exact like bag of dance, you know? Coming back to the basis of your dance always stays with you no matter what. So when you're in a dance class, just remember that this is not the end goal, this is not the end result, because there really isn't an end like situation for an art style, for a way to communicate, for a way to interact with people. It's a continuous thing, so I think it'd be beneficial for myself and for everyone in the scene, yeah, to just remember that it's continuous. Keep going with it. It's all good. So class is out of session. Go do groups. Okay, bye.